don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Amazon exclusive special edition DLX Blastoff figure. This is to replace the Bruticus helicopter Blastoff that some of us, or I guess most of us have. I know this figure has been reviewed by just about everybody, but I just got it, so I thought I would take my turn at it. This box that it comes in, it's about 8 inches by just a little over 6. So just to give you a general idea about what's going on, 2 3/4 width. I like the fact that it has its own little box, I have to be honest with you. Let's see here, come on out you. And I had already opened the box, so yeah. Here is the figure itself. Okay, so right out of the box we get our favorite part of Combiner Wars. This is the hand-foot gun. Yeah, we just all loved those, didn't we? Yeah. Here we have a Power of the Primes figure. This is supposed to be Megatronus, if I remember correctly. He makes a Power of the Primes thing. Yeah, and you can take any of the Power of the Prime stuff and he should just plug right in, just like he was made for it. Imagine that. Okay, why don't we zoom in a little close up on him. He's got an interesting face. Looks like they painted the face black. He has translucent knees. That's kind of interesting. He's got translucent. So would that be gray paint over the translucent? I believe it very well might be. So there's that. Articulation is, as always, the head can do a 360. Arms can go up that far. Legs can go forward. They can go that far back. Knees can bend this way or this way. And that is your articulation for this little dude. It's not supposed to go out, I don't think, any more than this. So, okay. That's this guy. He's probably going to go somewhere and never be seen again. That's probably what will happen. We get this little blaster, which has a very high gloss black paint to it. It's just a blaster. And I'm pretty sure he can hold it, having not tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure. Not too bad. Okay, that's a nice tight fit. Taking a look at the figure himself. Let's see, how does this guy stand? That can't possibly be correct. Right out of the box, let's see, it shows, well now, how interesting this is. Okay, I will figure out how to get him to stand and we'll go from there. So what do you say we take a look at Blastoff here? Getting in close, we can see lots of nice details. I didn't think I would like the pattern that they have on the chest, but in person I'm actually okay with it. In my viewfinder this looks blue, but this is actually Galvatron purple, I would say. The head, he's got these really big eyes, which I kind of dig as well. Coming down the figure, you've got that pretty little black, that gloss black on the hands. You've got some white paint right there on the forearms. He's got a little bit of yellow right here just above his crotchal region. This is all glossy black, and this is a really nice brownish color. Looking at the back of the figure, you get this. Tell you what, why don't we take a minute and cover articulation. The head can go all the way around. It must be on a ball joint. The arms can go all the way around. They have this additional hinge, so he can easily go whee. Is there a waist swivel? If there is, there's got to be a waist swivel. He's a combiner. If there is, it is very, very tight. I mean, we're talking extremely tight. I'll check into that here in a minute. T-jointed ball joints for hips. He cannot do the full Chinese, but he sure can do the American splits real easily. Thigh swivel is built into this mushroom peg right there. Knee bend, 90 degrees. The feet are on a rocker. You can get them to move like that. And additionally, they can go down. So they can't really go up, but they can go down. Let's see here. Elbow bend, double jointed elbow, and the wrists are a fixed piece. He has this combiner joint right here. That has got to move. That's going to bother me until it does. Until I figure that out. I'll fight with it and figure it out. It has to move so that he can turn the way he's supposed to turn for arm mode. So, let's see here. How tall is he? He's coming in at 5 3/4. Shoulder to shoulder, we're looking at 2 3/4. Depth wise, I'd say we're looking at, yeah, it's a solid piece. I'd say we're looking at approximately 2 3/4. So he's pretty much 2 3/4 across the board. Okay. So I guess the next thing to do at this point would be show the scale off, and then I'll jump into transformation. Transforming Blastoff here is not difficult, not really at all. First thing you do is you rotate the head. You can extend the arms so that they kind of lock into place. Pull the feet down. They're on this hinge and they'll come up and over. Do this on both sides and they'll just lock in place just like they were made for it. How about that? You can go ahead and pull down the wings. The the legs here will come out. They are on a joint right here, and you just do the classic Combiner Wars to the side thing like we have seen with, I think it was all the aerial bots and yeah, pretty much every other flying Transformer. Now, one thing that is good about this is there are actual locking, retaining areas right here to the sides. So just push everything together, make sure it fits nice and properly. Bring your arms down, make sure that the hollow bits are up, and there is a tab that will go into a port, which you probably can't see because he's so dark. The port right here. So just swing it down and it should line up, and you just push it into place. Repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Pull this up, pull it down. There are tabs right here that will go into these little slots on both sides. You just line everything up, and when you get it in the right spot, it will all come together just like this. And here's Blastoff in his space shuttle mode. He is definitely not Astro Train, but that's okay. Let's see here. Measurements wise, he's coming in at right about 6 inches. Wingtip to wingtip, we're looking at maybe 4.5. Height wise, to the top of the tail, I would say that's about 2 inches. Okay. So, there's no place that I have been able to discover that my Cronus, or Megatronus, or whatever the hell his name is, can plug in. He doesn't have the little ports to stand up on. So, enough of that. This can plug in right here, if you so desire. Obviously, it can go in any of these. Well, I mean, you could put it in his chest right here. It might work if he had 2, but just one looks kind of goofy. Additionally, this thing right here can fit right here if you so desire for some odd reason. That'll work. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to get him down here and we'll do some scale comparisons. So before we put Blastoff in combined mode, the instructions show that you can have the gun stored in a port right there. So it actually kind of looks like landing gear. And I can get behind that. That's okay. So, let's see here. Combined mode. First thing we do is we pull that out, pull up our combiner port, push our head down, push this back into place as best you can. Go ahead and unpeg your arms, bring them up, and bend them at the elbow, and just kind of bring them in. At least that's what the instructions show. Hopefully I'm not reading the instructions wrong. If I am, I'm sure someone will tell me. They additionally can turn this way if needed, so if you are having clearance issues with something, you can always do them that way. Unlock your legs, bring them back together as if they were going to be standing upon each other. Take this section here and bring it up so that it is flush. Flush. Connect everything back together the way it goes. And pull these back. And let's see here. He is a... This does rotate. It just kind of locks into place, so you got to move it. He's a right arm, so here's this. He can indeed use his hand-foot gun, so there's always that. Yay for hand-foot guns. There we go. Okay, so now we need to connect him to Bruticus. So to hook him up to Bruticus, the first thing we need to do, I guess, is get this one out, this Blastoff out, and put this one in. Now, my Blastoff has a combination of the Perfect Effect kit and I think it's the Dr. Wu kit. And did I take off the wrong one? I sure did, didn't I? Folks, you're supposed to tell me when I'm doing something like that. I sure enough did. I took off Vortex instead of Blastoff. Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm a good one. But at least you know it'll fit on that side. So I suppose that's something. Okay, so we just need to rotate this round, rotate that around. Alright. I guess we can push that one back and that one over if we need to. And get him in there, lock that back up. And there we are. There he is on Bruticus. and he has the same articulation as every other one. So I don't think we really need to cover that. But, I mean, I like the look of it better than this one. So, oh, I guess we need to have a little bit of symmetry. There he is with the perfect effect hand. Okay. And here's Blastoff with Blastoff. And I think this is a very good comparison to make, simply because we have the opportunity here to see them side by side, and you can decide which one you prefer in robot mode or vehicle mode. Which one of these do you all prefer better? I mean, they're both the same character, they simply have different looks. I know I bought Blastoff to be the arm for Bruticus, so if I take this one and I make him the arm, what do I do with this one? I don't know. I guess this kind of constitutes final thoughts, but I like the figure. The space shuttle mode leaves a little bit to be desired, but like I said, I bought this for arm mode. So he's going to get the perfect effect hand, he's going to be on Bruticus, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this one. He may go into a box somewhere. Who knows? I sure don't. So this is Tom saying thank you. Oh, should you buy this? Only if you are a completist, I think, should you purchase this. It's not a bad figure. The legs are a little loose on the ball joints, but that's easy fixed. Do you need it? I think that's what you need to be asking yourself. Do you need this figure? If your whole purpose is just to buy the box so that you can have the full picture when it comes out, I think I paid $30 for this figure. So my Combiner Wars Bruticus is fast becoming very expensive by the time I've got all the add-ons and whatnot. So, do you need it? No. Do you want it? You might. If you do, go ahead and buy it. I think it's a well-built figure. It's got lots of paint. And I think this is Hasbro's attempt to see if we, the collectors, will actually spend a little bit more to get a little bit more. And if that's the case, I do think we need to buy this to support that idea. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I will see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Vitamin John. Operators are standing by.